You know, I actually couldn't find it in the game menu. Like when you set up a stream, you can decide the type of games which you get to play. Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than when I was a kid. Look, you get pyramid. What the fuck is pyramid? Oh my god, this is so complex. Like when I was a kid, I had this. But when I was a kid, it had the customization. Oh, you can customize. Holy crap, look at this. You can choose a card back. I remember you had... Oh, kittens. Okay. Oh, get the fuck out. Look. You need to pay money to play with the kittens. You need to pay $3 if you want the kittens. God damn it, I want the kittens now. I need to have the kittens, but I can't. I'm not spending money on this. Oh, so the foxes are free. Alright, these are the ones I used to have when I was a kid. Like, I used to have the seashell. I remember this. The coolest one was the castle because it was animated. I don't know if it's going to be animated here, but, well, you get what you get. Oh, look! I got an achievement! I've achieved something in my life! I needed that! I achieved 5 Microsoft points, or Xbox points, or whatever the hell they are. So you can choose your background. Can I download it? Whoa! Whoa! Okay. I need this to be vintage. You always put the fish? Well, you play in the wrong way. Alright. So. Oh, they don't move like the bats used to move. I remember the bats used to move back in the day. I achieved something in my life yet again. My god, am I so good. Hold on. Why is it this? Meh. Alright, now, this is how you play a game, okay? I will show you. I will show you how to play a game. Before you even play a game, what you need to do is you need to do the research, okay? You need to figure out what's the meta. If you don't know the meta, you're just going to embarrass yourself. So, we get 7 strategies to win. Don't empty a spot without a king. Many players will make the rookie mistake of emptying spots or piles just to remove all the cards from that slot. But if you don't have a king to put in that spot, the space will simply remain empty. Oh my god, this is such a good idea. Yes! Expose larger stacks first. Turn up the first... Alright. Now we are prepared. Now we know the meta. Okay, I would have done the rookie mistake. And I wouldn't have left the king there. This is how you play it. Speedrun? What do you mean speedrun? I haven't played this game in years. Okay. So let's go back. So we need to expose the large stacks first. In other words... Oh my god, now it has sound effects. It didn't used to have sound effects back in the day. It's so cool. So I can do this, but there's no reason to do this. See, now I know. Or maybe, hold on. Whoa! Oh my god, I'm so good. Stream killed, achievement unlocked. Why, thank you, Beastifus. By the way, I missed you. Alright. So we can pull this down. Alright. Let's see what's next. Coming up. We got a 3. We don't have anything to do with 3. You know, this is definitely the best game from 2021. Like, I haven't played something so exciting. Not because this game is necessarily that good, but it's like miles ahead everything else that's out on the market right now. How can you wokify the game, by the way? Oh, there's no representation. Everything is white. You need the king to be black. And, oh no, never mind. Like, this guy looks Asian. Maybe it does have some representation. Ah. Shut the fuck up. Leave me alone. Let's see what else. Oh, here we go. We get her down. And now the valet is going to mount the queen. And there we go. We get this. We can put it here. And this, we can put it here. Over here, over there. And I think we're stuck. This is gaming, isn't it? All royal cards are queens. Oh, that is a good point. Yes, that's how you can walkify this. All royal cards are queens. Yes. We got a 7. Here we go. Baboom. Another valet. What do I do with the valet? Why is it J? It's like it's valet, but it's J. Is it John? I never got this. Purpose of it, I mean. Alright, 8. My god, can you imagine if I don't win? Like, will the chat laugh at me if I lose this? This is a little difficult. Okay. Hold on. We can do this, chat. We can do this together. Let's see. Now, this is becoming complicated. Now I could put the 5, but it's like I can't get to the 5. Oh, it's got a time. Oh, it's got a timer. Well, you do it fast while you're reading the chat, asshole. Yeah, everyone thinks, oh, it's so easy. Like I can do it faster. Yeah, you do it faster and read the chat at the same time. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. You can actually put things. Yeah, I guess the purpose of the game to put the things there. Now I get it. There we go. Okay. Do we have an 8? No. I think this is on 60 FPS, to be honest. Like I don't know if my video card is enough to support this, but it's definitely doing its best. Like my video card right now is like the little engine that could. Shut the fuck up. Oh, by the way, apparently you can actually put the ace on a 2 if you have it. That's kind of cool. Oh, I don't have the ace. I don't need the ace, actually. Here we go. My god, I'm so good. Alright. Will I win, chat? Will I win? Is the question. People are trying to give help from the audience. 3-on-2. Here we go. How do you know, Tactical Droid? I'm not playing Among Us. No. I'm not jumping the bandwagon. Why would I jump the bandwagon? I just can't remember. How can you lose at this game? I mean, it's made in such a way that it's impossible to lose, isn't it? It would be funny if I say this and then I actually lose. Damn. The 5. I love someone in the chat is like, the 5. There we go. The 5. Here we go, the 5, yes. Now I got the 6. Ta-da-dum. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. It needs to be of different colors. Shit. Keep forgetting that. But it's very important to remember. Here we go. My god, I'm so good. I am so good, chat. Look at this shit. Look how it's all falling into place. My master plan. God damn it. Oh. Yeah, I remember this. This was like the coolest thing when he got to finish it. God damn, I'm the best. I'm so good. And before I find out that this is copyrighted music. Why would I be trolling? I love it. Oh, there's an achievement! Oh, you get experience points! Get the fuck out! Oh my god. Oh yes, that gave a nice kick to my dopamine. Oh, I need to play more solitaire now. I need... Look what I need to do. I need to buy the kitten. Oh, shit. Oh, you can buy. Oh my god, you can buy the premium edition. Oh shit. So look at this. You can now. You can go here, and you can buy the kittens. Where's the kitten? Not change that. Look, you can buy the kittens. I need to buy the gems to buy the kittens. Chat! What do I do? What do I do, chat? Look at the kitten. It wants me to purchase it. It demands purchasing. I must have the kitten. We're not playing Grandmaster. In order to play Grandmaster, you need the kitten, chat. You need the kitten card deck. Ah. Oh my god. Yeah, solitaire with microtransactions, yes. Yes, there's a premium edition. The absolute state of solitaire. How was I able to play it when I was a kid without having the DLC? I cannot find the kitten addiction. And not only that, right? If you buy, it's not just one cat. You get the kitten bundle, chat. You get the kitten bundle. So the kitten bundle not only has this, but you get this and this and this. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Look. I mean, oh my god. By the way, chat, I will tell you something. Okay, but don't tell anyone else. When I was drunk, I mixed something, chat. I mixed something. And I'm drunk right now, so I will tell you this. I did a genetic experiment. I mixed a Bengal with a Scottish Fold, chat. Unironically, I did this. Well, I actually asked the breeder to do it and gave me the results. So just so you know, I will show you what I did, alright? I did an abomination, chat. It was an abomination. So, let's see. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you. Chat. I'll tell you because I love you. I took a Scottish Fold, which is this, right? And this was the female cat, and I mixed it up with a Bengal cat. Right? Do you want to know what came out, chat? Do you want to know what came out? I'll show you what came out. This came out, chat. This is the result. This is what I done. I created the monster, chat. I created the abomination. Unfortunately, while it did look absolutely adorable, the breeder was displeased because it couldn't sell it because it doesn't have a pedigree. It's not a licensed breed, so it had to give it away as a present to my parents. And my parents own something like this. I'll ask them for a picture so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's I guess it's a Bengal fold. Yes, I was edgy. What do you want? It is a freak of nature. Yes. Okay, so this is what I want to do. After I pay my house, I will tell you what I'm going to do, chat. I will tell you. I want to become a licensed cat breeder. I know maybe like some people don't like that or not. But I want to buy 2 Toigers. And a Toiger is something that looks like this. And from what I can see, there's no Toiger in Romania. So I want to become a licensed cat breeder, buy 2 Toigers. Anyway. And then start selling them. And like have them in my house. So they can be prosperous and they can multiply and they'll sell. And I'll start a business. I'll become a licensed breeder. This is what I'm trading for, Chad. This is what I want to do. I don't know if it's good money in raising kittens. Probably not, but it's kind of fun if you want to do it. I mean, if you like cats, it's definitely something that you should look into. And not only that, you can go to cat competitions and you can win awards and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, Toigers are expensive, but I'm planning to fuck the market by undercutting the market. So yeah, I need to buy 2 of them. Like I will have to. I mean, it's a business, right? So you have to invest in the business in order to make money later on. And there's no Toiger breeder in Romania, so I'm going to try to get 2 Toigers here and then have them breed, and I'll sell the kittens, and I'll do a business like that. My Discordia would not sell me her cat's tail and ears. Would you sell them to me, or possibly exchange them for my cat's tail and ears? What? I would not sell you my cat's tails and ears. What is wrong with you? And with the snake avatar. Why not sell chickens? I don't like chickens. By the way, fun fact, did you know that the chicken is hereditary from the T-Rex? Like if you go down the chicken's family tree, you will eventually get to the T-Rex. Like chickens and T-Rexes are related. Fun fact. Not only that, but the chickens actually like eating meat. Like if you give them some minced meat, they will actually fight over it. So yeah. Tiger goes for as low as $500 in the US. Okay, so if you buy a tiger, assuming it would be legal where you are, which, by the way, is probably like a monastery somewhere in Tibet that they allow people to raise tigers, so it's very difficult to get one. But no, actually, hold on. You can get a tiger. You need to become a licensed breeder. So you can actually, in some places of the world, like if you have the license, you can raise tigers. You will need probably a mansion with a nice fenced area. But they are incredibly expensive. I mean, the nutrition alone, you need to feed them, I think it's like at least 20 kilograms of meat per day. So that's expensive. Obviously, you can't have them in the house. Like, even if they would be friendly, imagine if a cat, like a tiger, just pisses on your oven or something, or on your fridge or whatever to mark its territory. It's going to ruin your sofa, most likely. So yeah, it's not really a nice animal to raise. There are people in South Africa, I believe, that are raising lions as guard dogs. So lions are actually different. They're very social creatures. Like they're a type of cat that's kind of like forming packs like a dog, except it's called a pride. So they're a lot more willing to accept a human as part of their pride. But still, like with these big cats, the problem is the moment the cat can floor you, which a tiger and a lion can easily do just by like raising itself and pressing on your shoulders. It can make you go down. And if a lion or a tiger is on top of you, then it's really bad. So that's why it's not a good idea to raise them. But yes, a lion is a lot safer than a tiger if you have the license to raise one. Yeah, let me share something else. This is what else I would like to raise, but I don't think I can get one. This is something that is definitely not accessible as a pet, but it's really adorable. So I considered this, but I looked at the legislation and I can't have one. It would be a caracal. Now, caracals are the most adorable species of cats, but unfortunately they're wild. So you can't really raise them. But there is a hybrid, which is between a caracal and a normal cat, and you can raise that. But it's very difficult, so it's very costly. It would cost me more than 20 grand, so no, there's no way I can do it. But there's something else. See, this is something that I would actually be tempted on doing. There's a breed of cats that you need to go all the way into the jungle in order to get. And it looks like it's a kitten, but no, this is a mature cat. This is the adult version. And obviously, like if you are managing, like I think this is actually possible to raise. But if you were to manage to get a license and raise one of these, I mean, you would be rich. Like you'd manage to make so much money. Look how small it is. Right? Like this is compared to a leaf. And this is the size that they grow. They don't grow any bigger than this. And I think there would be a high demand. But I would have to go on a safari. No, I do not know about the gay lion in Kenya. What about the ocelot? I mean, ocelots is like, okay, it's a wild breed of cat. The ocelot, this is something that I would recommend to people because they're kind of aggressive. If you want something cool and actually more tame, you need to check if it's legal in your country. Let me think how it's called. Yeah, okay. So I actually had a friend which had one of these. They're the several, and they're the size of a dog, but they're also very tame. I mean, they're not aggressive. At least there's no known several that has ever killed a human or whatever. But what's funny is like so this friend of mine, she had a several and several Maine Coons, and when she would go with the several on a walk, would put a leash on the several, and all the old ladies in her apartment block, they would freak out and press themselves against the wall when she was walking with the several on a leash. I was like, oh, it's tame, you can pet it. It's like, no. And they also, like, they don't meow, they growl. And it's very scary when they growl. They make very jungle noises. So yeah, like if you can have it in your country, this is definitely a nice pet to have. It's going to ruin your sofa. It's going to ruin everything that can be ruined. It's going to ruin your drapes. It's going to ruin your chair. But it's also adorable. I honestly would invest in your cat breeding business if it would have a great return. So I have no idea how expensive it would be and how much money I would make, especially with the financial crisis coming. Right now, I am planning on raising Bengals, so I'm getting a license. I'm getting the authorization. And it's fun. You know, a Bengal can sell all the way up for $2,000, but you need to consider the taxes that you pay. And then they require a specific diet, which is expensive. And at the end of the day, you know, and you can only breed 3 times every 2 years. Right, so more than that, it's unhealthy for the Bengal cat. So I already bred them twice this year, and I can breed them one more next year. But more than that is not okay. It's not healthy for the Bengal. So that's why they're so expensive. But I don't know if it's profitable. I do it more for fun. Oh yeah, Maine Coons are really, really great cats. The problem with Maine Coons, though, and I considered also breeding them, because I looked at different species of cats and I was like, okay, what do I want to breed? Like, what is cool to have? The problem with the Maine Coon is, for people who don't know, it's one of the largest breeds of cats. It's the second largest. I mean, it's fucking adorable, right? Unless you have a female. Like, females don't grow this big. But yeah, male Maine Coons, they get very large. And they're incredibly friendly compared to other cats. They're very beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. The problem with them is the hair. I mean, my fucking god, like, there was fur everywhere. You know, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is a cat that's designed to survive cold winters. I mean, look at this. It's almost like you have a demon or something. So they're really great cats, very healthy, very fun to have, very friendly. But the fur, my god, like, there's going to be fur literally everywhere. Especially if you're allergic. I mean, you're going to have a really bad time. And for those of you who ask which is the biggest cat, because a lot of people think the Maine Coon is big, but no, there's one breed of cats that's actually bigger. It's called the Ashira, and it's being done in a lab. So if you buy an Ashira cat, I think it's like 20 grand or something. Like, it's incredibly expensive for a cat. It is the largest breed of cats, and it's sterile. So if you get the Ashira cat, again, it comes right from a lab. It's sterile, so you can't reproduce with it. And they also have the formula for this cat secret. People think that it might be related to the savannah. I don't know, but it's just like a major investment that you can do. People keep asking me to raise a human. It's like, okay. So there's that. Yeah, Maine Coons are really, really fun cats. I mean, I had one, and it was one of the most friendly, most social, most happy cats that I ever did have. And then I had a girlfriend, and she was complaining about the hair, so... There's that. Yeah, it comes from a lab, yes. I already played the solitaire and I beat the solitaire, and then I got an achievement. I actually got like 30 Microsoft points for playing solitaire. My god, like, I achieved something in my life. I have managed to do something with my life. Achievement. You know, like, from now on, whenever someone is going to ask me, so what did you achieve with your life? I will show them my Steam achievements. Ask me anything you want about cats. Go on. Like, test me. Test my trivia. I want to know if I'm knowledgeable about cats. Not a cat guy myself. If I ever get the resources, I would like an aquarium. I don't get these people. Like, why on earth would someone want a pet that they cannot pet? So I don't get people who want fish. I don't get people who want toads. I don't get people who want... Oh my fucking god. Tarantulas. Horrible. I hate dogs. I do not like dogs. There is one time that I had a dog. It was a husky. And it started howling in the apartment building. And the neighbor threatened that they would call the cops. And I was like, okay, fine. So I had to give up my husky. It was a painful experience. But... other than that, no, I don't like dogs. Like, the idea you have to dominate the dog in order to respect, no, just no. Are cats racist? You know what? Not really. I mean, I don't think. So, like, why would a cat be racist? Like, if it would hate another breed of cat more than the others? No, I haven't noticed that. Cats hate other cats all the same. You can pet fish? Get the fuck out, you can't pet fish. What is wrong with you? Meh, what do you want? Why do cats lick their stretched leg when they're annoyed? They don't lick their leg when they're annoyed. Cats groom themselves when they want to calm down, so yeah. But they don't do that when they're annoyed. I mean, they do that all the time. Do male cats roam and make coalitions like male lions? No. Bengals do that though. And it's usually like the cats from the same litter. So if you have a litter with a lot of male cats, they might actually hang out together even when they're grown up. And they might even tolerate, this is something very interesting, right? So a male cat will fight with another male cat for territory. But there is rare exceptions when you will have a litter with male cats, like two brothers, and they will hang out together, and they will even fuck the same female cat together. So, like, they're not going to get annoyed. Like, one of them is going to mount the female cat, and when he's done, the second one is going to mount the female cat. And fun fact, the cat can actually have kittens from different males in the same litter. What causes hairballs? Well, the cat, it swallows its fur, it gets irritated, then it spits it back up. I mean, it's got like the puking mechanism that we humans do, right? So they don't choke to death. Petted fish. Hey, did you actually enjoy petting the fish? Yeah, you can pet snakes and lizards, yes. Why are cats afraid of cucumbers? I think it's because they would see them as snakes. And in the animal kingdom, a snake is viewed as dangerous. So there's this actual experiment which is done on mice. And it shows that phobias aren't really irrational, right? Because we consider a phobia to be irrational. It's like you're afraid of a spider for no reason. Let me tell you why phobias are perfectly rational. So, the way it works, evolutionary speaking, these are spiders. Now, one or many of them can be venomous. Now, unless you're a spider expert, you won't know which one of them can kill you. So you're obviously going to assume all of them can kill you. Right? So it's going to trigger the fight or flight response. Now, what's interesting is that some people did an experiment on mice. Jesus fucking Christ, what the fucking fuck? What is this? Holy shit. What? Why? Fuck, give me a flamethrower. My fucking god, where is the Flammenwerfer? Oh. Anyway, right. So there was this experiment where someone took mice, and what they did was they used the smell of roses to mark a part of the labyrinth, and when the mice went to the part that smelled like roses, they would get an electric shock. So after the mouse got pregnant and it had smaller mice, the mice would react to the smell of roses by running away from it. So this shows that there is such a thing called genetic memory, which helps us understand danger, right? So it brings phobias. Now, it probably is the same with cats, right? Like, they see a cucumber, and their genetic memory is like, oh my god, snake. So that's why they get startled. And usually cats are very calculated creatures. Like, they want to know their surroundings. They usually smell a lot. They're very careful wherever they go, because cats are predators, but they can also be prey by larger animals. So they have to be very cautious. And if you put a cucumber behind them when they're eating, they're startled because they didn't know that there is a cucumber behind them when they went in. So it's almost like the cucumber snuck up on them, and that's why they're afraid. Blood memory. It's genetic memory, I guess, but yeah. Epigenetics. Oh, I'm so glad. Assassin's Creed is right. Yeah, like, Assassin's Creed is right, but I don't think it's the same level of detail. Like, I don't think you actually physically, like, remember faces and events from the past. It's more like certain things can trigger an emotion just because like your parents experienced something like that. So in the case of mice, it was like the smell of roses. Because like the mother mouse experienced electric shock whenever it went to the part of the labyrinth with noses. Either that, or maybe mice can talk with each other, and the mother mouse just told them, it's like, hey, there's that part of the labyrinth that smells like roses, and I wonder how many people with phobias are allergic to the phobic element. I mean, how can you be allergic to spiders or crowded places? I don't think that's the case. But I will tell you something else that's interesting. So you have people with phobias that can actually be triggered by images. So you can have a painting of a flower, and people who are allergic to flowers might see that, and they might have an allergic reaction. Like they might actually go into shock when they see the flower. Like that is so weird. Alternatively, they can have a dream about smelling pollen, and they can wake up with a runny nose. I think the reason is that your brain like sees the trigger, and then your immune system responds to the trigger as if it actually was there. So yeah, that's an interesting take. Are there any cat breeds with floppy ears, like beagle breed for dogs? Let me see what beagles are. I think beagle. Beagle. No, there's no breeds of cats that have this. The only thing that you have with different ears is the Scottish Fold, and that's pretty much it. And the Scottish Fold looks like this. And yeah, I mean, it's an adorable breed. It's a couch potato. And by the way, breeds actually matter. Like a lot of people say, oh, well, why would you want a cat breed? Like a cat is just like any other cat. No, it's not. It really depends. Like, for example, Scottish Folds are usually couch potatoes. But I kind of think I know why, to be honest. I don't like this breed. And the reason I don't like this breed is because it's unhealthy. So this breed is always going to have nose problems. And it's always going to have eye problem. Like the eyes are going to constantly drip. And this is due to the fact that the skull is shaped in this way, right? Like the cats aren't supposed to look like this. But through human breathing, we actually managed to make the cat look like this. And it comes with a lot of unhealthy behaviors. So you're going to have cavities, you're going to have eyes dropping. Like it's a very sick breed. Also, it has internal problems. Like you can have liver failure and kidney failure with this cat. I would never breed something that's sickly. I just don't want to encourage it. I get it. It looks cool. It looks nice. But like, come on. Don't torture the animal. My mother has 3 Burmese cats that all like to ride in the car. Only ever seen that with Burmese. Yeah, like as I said, it's various breeds react differently. Like for example, Bengals like water, and with Bengals, it's very easy to adapt them to walk on a leash. It's actually very fun to walk them with a leash. Yeah, like Maine Coons are very friendly with most people. How can you have blood memory without natural selection? I think the rats talk to each other. Yeah, so people actually believe that rats and crows talk to each other. I know dolphins and orcas talk to each other. They actually communicate and they have strategy at surrounding prey, so there's that. Let's see, what other questions do we got? What do you mean license? If someone asks you for papers, you just call PETA. PETA actually believes that having pets is animal cruelty because having pets is like enslaving the animal. So they would rather prefer that the animal is being put down than being kept as a pet. Get the fuck out. Prairie dogs have an actual language that can be translated. I don't believe that for a second. Shut the fuck up, John Ashley Smith. I see what you said there. Oh, look, I got Umatsu Obosa in the chat. I miss having Umatsu Obosa. By the way, Umatsu, what does Umatsu Obosa mean? Like, why did you came up with the name Obosa? I want to give some food to stray cats outside. How do I impress them? Okay, so cats will not be impressed by the fact that you're giving food. Like when you give food to a cat, you give food because you want to help the cat, but you don't actually expect any gratitude. Although actually, you know what? No, hold on. If you give food to cats that are strays, they might actually allow you to pet them after a while. So I take that back. I assume like what do you mean you want to impress them? Like give them something that they really love. So I mean, if it's a cat that's outside and you just want to give it food, buy a chicken breast, use a knife, cut them into small squares, put it into the microwave until well, you don't want it to be bleached white, but you want it to just like kill the Escherichia coli, and then give it to the cats and they will like it. Alternatively, you can just buy cat food, but like this is a lot more healthy and this is something that they will like. The animal doesn't think it's a slave. I think it's getting on one hand, and well, like we'll never know if the animal is happy. Like this is the question. So you get like which lion is happier, right? So you get the lion that's free versus the lion that's in a zoo. So the lion in a zoo gets free healthcare, gets shelter, gets food, is taken care of, gets all of the things, gets safety. The only thing it doesn't have is freedom, right? And then you have the lion in the wild. And the lion in the wild, it's getting everything. It's getting freedom, but it's getting nothing. Now, is a pet, like, is a cat in the house better than a cat outside? I mean, it's hard to tell, really. Like, especially if you castrate the cat, right? I mean, if you were to choose, do you want to be in a house castrated? And then think about it this way. Like, if it's a cat that's from a family that goes to work all day, like, the cat might not even have any stimulation. Like, it's not going to hunt, which is definitely what cats enjoy doing. So it's not going to hunt. It's not going to mate. It's not going to play with another cat. It's going to be bored out of its mind. So is it better than being free? I don't know. It's a controversy. I mean, we'll never find out, to be honest. Because we can't ask the cat. It's like, hey, do you like being in the house versus being outside? I'll tell you this, like, a lot of cats want to go outside. I mean, if you leave the door open, the cat is going to go out and start exploring. So, yeah, I do think, like, Pita does have a point, but, like, I wouldn't put the animals to death just because you don't want people to adopt them. The cat stays good. So I actually look it up. There is a journalist who works, I think it was for Vox or Vice, I forgot which publication. But he went to Asia and he ate cats and dogs. And according to him, the dog is tasty, the cat is very stringy. Like he didn't like the cat meat at all. But he said he would eat dog again. So there you get. Are humans better in the wild or in the house? See, Dick, I see what you're saying. Are humans better in a city center under lockdown, or are they better in a rural area where they can do whatever they want? Are the Amish happier than the people in New York City? Checkmate. Well, about the driving license, I found out that my town has 20% prom of. Only 20% of the people who take the driving license manage to pass. Yeah, I think like the best way to have a cat is to allow it to go out and come home whenever it wants. The problem is like the cat is going to treat you like a bitch, and is going to go to someone else's house. Like it's so often that a cat will find like two or three owners, and no one knows that the cat goes to someone else. So you will have a cat that, for example, can come into your house during the day, and it sleeps on the couch or whatever, and then it goes to a neighbor and sleeps at the neighbor's house during the night. Like cats do that. Would you live outside like a savage or a civilization? No, that's not the question. Right? So human beings are solitary creatures. I mean, look, if you want to buy birds, for example, zebra birds, right? So these are very fun birds to have. Unfortunately, I have a cat, so I can't have them. But they're really cute. They make like little car noises. They honk to each other. They go hang hang hang. So if you buy one of these, it's animal cruelty. You need to buy at least 3 or 5, right? So human beings are similar to zebras in this way. We're social creatures. Like if you take a human being and you leave him alone, it's going to get depressed. You need to have like a tribe of humans. So your question would be, is like, are the people who live in a tribe in the jungle happier than people who live under a lockdown in New York City? And, it's very relative. Because, like, if you ask the people in the tribe, they're probably happy. They're happy to live in a tribe. They have less anxiety, they're a lot happier, and it's probably because they don't know the advantages of living in New York City. But like this is why I brought the Amish, right? Because the Amish aren't that different, technologically speaking. I mean, they know how life is in New York City, and they seem happy. Like there was an interview with an Amish from 2020, and he was happy while the people in New York were very anxious and they were locked in their homes. So it really depends. Yeah, a snake will be very happy in a terrarium. Yeah, it depends on the animal. Like, there are animals that are solitary, right? You can't... Like, I really hate the comparison. It's like, yeah, you put a human in a jungle. Like, of course, like, humans aren't meant to be solitary. It's like putting a monkey in a jungle. Yes, one monkey. If you take one monkey and you leave it in the wild, it will die. Why? Because it's not a solitary animal. But if you take a group of monkeys and you put them in the jungle, they may adapt. So it really depends on the type of animal. Who wants a harem of women? Alphonse Maltro Leon wants a harem. Why would you want a harem of women? Jesus. Like, if you have one woman, it's difficult, let alone a harem. Jonas of Arc likes teaching people stuff. I can see that argument for wild animals, but the pets we have... Okay, so no, that's not true. When you talk about domesticating things, okay, so a chicken is not going to survive on the streets, right? Like if you allow chickens to go on the city, like they're not going to survive. Cats and dogs, however, have adapt, and a cat can survive just fine outside your house. Same with a dog. Like they adapted to rural life and urban life. I mean, in fact, I will point out that if you have a cat and you put it in the forest, it will probably die. But if you have a cat and you put it in the city, it will thrive. It's because these animals have adapted living alongside humans. So yeah, like the cat actually adapted to live outside the house of the humans, because like cats used to live in barns, and the whole reason why humans even had cats to begin with is because we had the rodent problem, and cats would fix that. But the idea of having a cat in your house is actually quite new. I mean, before, especially in the rural place, like the cat would be set to live outside. We wouldn't have the cat indoor. Chickens do survive in the street? Okay, I didn't know that. Alright. I get... But come on, a chicken is so fucking dumb. I mean, it even comes to you if you call it. Like, that animal is meant to be eaten. It's just, like, so dumb. Uh, how do they get away from cars? Yeah, it's the same with dogs. Like one dog will do badly, dogs need other dogs. Yes, like that. There are social animals. Like I really hate the idea. It's like, oh well, humans aren't adapted to do this because you put one human in a desert and it can. It's like yeah, but if you put a tribe of humans, they can take down an elephant. Like the idea that it's like oh well it's like humans like shut the fuck up. Oh, a Hawaiian island has chicken population. Okay. They avoid the roads. Get the fuck out. Chickens don't know how to avoid shit. Like every time you travel through rural places in Romania, you will always find a flat chicken in the road. It's they're calling, I guess. It's like why did the chicken cross the road? The answer is it didn't. They don't. They do not cross the road. Ducks, on the other hand, are very smart. Like you see the ducks or the geese, they go out. So people allow the geese to go out in the morning and they walk themselves to the lake and then they come back to the house during the night. And you see the geese, like, they reach a crossroad and half of the geese go to the left and half of the geese go to the right. Why? Because they actually know where their house is. It's fucking adorable. Like, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so this is actually very... Yeah, you get to see this if you go to the countryside, right? So yeah, they actually walk. They walk on the street, and they form a line, right? So in the morning, all of the peasants they let the geese out from their houses, and the geese just go out of the house, and then they form these congregations, and they go to the lake, right? So once they arrive to the lake, they eat fish or whatever, like they have fun at the lake. And as it's getting dark, they return home and you get to see the geese walking down. And when you have a crossroad, you will see like some geese go to the left, like some other geese go to the right. It's fucking hilarious. Today I learned that chickens in Romania are dumber than the regular chicken. And also that Romanian drivers are cruel. Man, if you're driving with, let's say, 150 kilometers an hour, and a chicken jumps in front of you, now you got two choices. You can either brake so the guy who's behind you can just ram you into your vehicle, or you can just try to pull the wheel to the left, like you do a hard left pull and then you can flip your car. Or you can do what the driving instructor tells you to and what the legislation in Romania also tells you to. Brace for impact. Why storks don't fear tractors but fear humans? That's a good question. Yeah, geese do good step. No, there's actually a lot of car crashes that have happened because people tried avoiding wild animals. So, like, you have a cat that just jumps in front of your car, and you panic, so you don't want to kill it, right? So you pull hard left, and what that happens is like, well, your car now flips. I mean, there are some rural roads where you can drive with 150 kilometers an hour, yes. But you don't have to be in a rural place in order for that to happen. Oh yeah, I petted a sheep as well. They're nice. Oh, you know what the chicken did? Yeah, it was playing chicken with your car. They're large enough to damage your car if you run them over. Plus, it's illegal. It's not illegal here. So it really depends. Like so if you have high speed, like this is what the Romanian traffic rules say. If you are driving at high speed and there's an animal that jumps in front of you, you're actually supposed to keep going and brace for impact. And the reason for it's kind of like in the United States, you're not supposed to fire a gun in the air because the bullet will land. or you're not supposed to like aim for the leg or whatever. It's kind of the same here, right? Like if an animal jumps in front of your car and you can't brake in a safe manner, then you're not supposed to brake. So obviously it depends. Like if you see the animal from a mile away, yeah, if you drive over it on purpose, then it's not just illegal, but like the person is going to ask you to pay for damages. But if the chicken literally jumps in front of your car, right, or the cat or the dog, and they literally jump in front of you, and you can't brake in a safe manner, then what are you going to do? Are you going to try to pull the wheel to the left and flip your car over? Or run into oncoming traffic from the other side? No, like there's no other option. This advice works for running over people? No, because like people aren't going to jump in front of your car, right? So like we're talking about you're driving and all of a sudden from the bushes to the left, 5 meters in front of your car, you get to see an animal. Like what are you going to do now? If it's a person, well, it depends. I mean, if it's a person and there's no, like you didn't see them, and maybe like, okay, so it's a suicidal person or a drunk or something like that, right? And it just jumps in front of your car. Well, then use your best judgment. Like you can try to avoid them, but you can flip your car and everyone in the car can get injured. But in this case, if you happen to injure the person that jumped in front of your car out of their own will, and there's no sidewalk, there's no reason for them to do so, then the law will find you innocent. Like you're not doing anything wrong, because like you're taking all of your precautions, right? Like as long as you're not drunk, as long as you don't have drugs, and as long as you're not driving under the influence and you're following the speed limit, and someone literally just jumps in front of your car, then it's not your fault. I mean, the person clearly is suicidal. Their family should pay for your car repair. So I don't think anyone actually did that, but you could probably make a lawsuit like that, but everyone will think that you're a heartless asshole if you do. But yeah, like you would probably, like if someone just wants to jump in front of a vehicle, then yeah, well, the inheritors would have to pay for the car damages if you want to press charge. But like no one does that. Like who the fuck does that? I mean, you'd probably, my God, like I can't even imagine what the driver would go through. Like you would be haunted for the rest of your life. Like the fact that you took another person's life, even if you didn't want to, it's still really bad. Geese interfere with air traffic. That's funny. Let's see. We got 3 more minutes. I'll wait for one more super chat and then I'll call it a day. But let's see if I can have some other interesting news to talk about in the meantime. I'm a little bit drunk. Sorry. I'm So someone put a very interesting take on it. It's like corporations will say Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas because not everyone celebrates it. But then also companies will overhaul their entire public image in order of the new Gay Pride Month that gets added every year. Yeah. It's kind of interesting because like what does Gay Pride Month do? It's just like some rainbow colors, but it's like they don't give you like a new product or some special thing. Like the thing with Gay Pride Month is that it doesn't even have like at least like with Christmas is the tradition that you get together and you share gifts and you have your family there and it's like the Christmas spirit. But with the Gay Pride Month, it's like okay, well everyone has rainbow colors now. That's nice. Just in the US, produce price inflation jumps 9.6% year over year in November, much higher than expected. The inflation in the US is actually a lot worse than they're letting it on. And I understand like the reason for this is that they're calculating inflation differently than they used to. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how they calculate inflation. I'm pretty sure like people just notice that the prices are going up and up. Like, you don't need someone to tell you, hey, there's inflation, when you go shopping and you notice that you're spending 20% more than you did. So yeah, like, inflation in the US is actually far higher than they're letting on. Yeah, well, gay pride, there were parades of people that dressed as BDSM. So the gay people that I talk with, and I do have a couple of them. There's a lot of gay people that also give me super chats and what. Give me subscriptions on Subscribestar. Um, they really hate that because like the whole point of Gay Pride Month. Let me show you a Gay Pride Month, okay? So this is how a Gay Pride Month looked in 1970. And as you can see, it's just like average people, like normal looking people, like just like you and me, going on the street and demanding rights. Like they didn't want to be discriminated. And that's pretty much like you're going to see all of these people the same. Now, if I show you a Gay Pride Month from 2021, my God, like there were naked people taking a piss next to children. Right? So like the whole idea of a Gay Pride Month was like, hey, I'm gay and I'm just like you. There's no reason to discriminate. And this is why like gay people are really not fine with the corporations taking over and the way things are right now, because it just does the opposite. It just, like, if it wasn't for like corporations and banks, you would probably have like homophobia coming back around. In fact, like, yeah, if I'm not thinking, they did a poll in UK and they showed that the acceptance went down. I don't know if that's the reason why it went down, but like, why are you doing that? Why, are you bringing your fetishes like BDSM gear and stuff in the public street? Like, if I were to walk with BDSM gear right now in the street, I would get arrested. But for some reason, like during Pride Month, it's okay. It's okay if you take a pee next to children. It's like, hold on a little bit. Isn't that like... And the thing is, like, it actually makes it bad for the gay people in countries that didn't have gay rights. Because you have here in Eastern Europe, and, the politicians and people are looking over to America. And it's like, why would we want that here? Like, why would we... like, you look at all the hate speech codes and all the thought policing and all of the package that comes with it, and it's like, why would we want that here? Why should we vote for parties that will do that here? And they vote for Viktor Orban. And then they wonder, it's like, why is Viktor Orban keep winning? It's like, well, because we live in a world where people have internet and they can see some of the things that happen in the West, and they don't like it. This is why Islam is based. Be honest, would you like your daughter to marry a Muslim man? Like, be honest, if you think Islam is based, answer this question 100% honestly. If you had a daughter, would you allow, and not just any Muslim man, okay? Not a man that's like a liberal Muslim, but like a hard conservative person that would make her wear the whole attire. I see how a lot of people don't think Islam is based anymore. Very interesting. I think Abdi Muhammad would. Well, Abdi Muhammad, it seems that a lot of people here wouldn't let you marry their daughters. Christian only. See, Roman the Edgelord is the only person that says it would be up to her. Oh my God. I would not expect this from Roman. I would expect this from anyone else, but not Roman. the Edgelord, the one that always have the nice jokes, the one that took the Bill Cosby suit photo. Oh. He would not let them live in his house. Oh, well, that's okay. Based on the stories that I heard, that might not be a problem. Anyway, right, I wanted another super chat, but I don't think I'm getting, so I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you, chat, for being so lovely and so nice. I'll probably play some more Halo tomorrow. And thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate them. Christmas is coming, so I'm going to use them for nefarious purposes, like buying presents. I'm also supposed to get a priest to sanctify my house, like the wife insisted on it. She wants an Orthodox priest to do the house purification ritual. So I have no idea how much that costs, but I assume it's expensive. And yeah, I'll use the super chat for that. I'll use Abdi Muhammad's money in order to do the whole Christian ceremony. So anyway, right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Take care.